Hey everybody, it's Dean Guccione for Tomorrow's Firefighter, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be discussing the different career opportunities that you have as a firefighter and the different areas that you may consider going into once you have your training and your schooling all completed and all of that kind of stuff. So why don't we just go ahead and get right into it. So there's basically 4 areas of the fire service that you could get into. And the first one is becoming a municipal firefighter, so working for a city or a local government. And basically the municipality fire departments are the most popular. They're the ones that everybody wants to work for, mainly because the pay and the benefits are much better than some of the other entities that I'm going to be talking about. But also the opportunities are far greater. You get the opportunity to do a whole array of different disciplines besides firefighting. And it's kind of interesting that we talk about firefighters now, where actually being a firefighter is probably 5% or less of your overall job description as a firefighter. The majority of calls that we run are EMS calls. So many departments run up to 90% EMS calls. Other departments run 60, 70, 80% EMS calls. But on top of that, you're asked to learn and train on a whole array of different disciplines, from hazardous materials to confined space to terrorism incidents that involve chemical, biological, and neurological agents, and all of those kinds of different things that you're going to have to understand and you have to train on. As well as there may be combinations of different types of incidents within municipal fire departments that you're going to be responsible for. So unfortunately, with the terrorist attacks in Paris this last week, you may be dealing with a bombing simultaneously with chemical weapons, and you're going to have mass casualties. So you're going to have to develop and train and learn all those disciplines combined into multiple types of incidents that you're going to have to deal with. And for many folks coming into the fire service, those are some of the things that, and the opportunities that they want to have. And I'll get into that too a little bit more. So the next opportunity that you have would be in the private sector to become a private firefighter with a private company. Now, all over the United States, we have aerospace, we have amusement parks, we have studios, we have oil refineries, and all of those kinds of companies and businesses have their own fire departments, actually. And they're specifically trained, say like an oil refinery, they're trained in fighting oil fires and explosions that happen at those refineries. Now, they're also trained as EMTs because they may go on medical aids and all that kind of different types of calls as well. But the reason these companies have all these private fire departments is because the grounds that they encompass are so large that they need some type of fire brigade who's trained in to do the specific disciplines of that company until the fire department or the local fire authority arrives on scene to assist. So other types of private fire department would be the aerospace industry. Again, same thing. You may be asked to have your EMT or be a paramedic, as well as be trained in hazardous materials, maybe, depending on what that private company does. Also, amusement parks throughout the United States and aerospace companies throughout the United States, they all have their own private fire departments because the grounds they possess are so vast. They need to have first responders on scene in the event of a medical emergency or any other type of incident that is specialized for that company or for that type of a business. So then the third type of firefighting would be wildland firefighting. And there's a multitude of agencies that you could apply for and become a wildland firefighter. You could apply for the U.S. Forest Service, and you could work anywhere in the United States. Probably in the western United States is where we have the most forest land that are prone to fire. You could also work for CAL FIRE in the state of California and work all up and down the state of California, anywhere that you'd like, and specialize in wildland firefighting through the state. One thing that CAL FIRE has really expanded on is their municipal firefighting lately. Now, with many cities kind of having financial trouble since 2008 and since the recession, CAL FIRE has come in and provided firefighting contracts for a multitude of cities throughout the state of California. So CAL FIRE is getting more into the municipal type of firefighting and types of calls that municipalities will respond to, meaning freeway incidents and airports and hazardous materials and confined space and terrorism and active shooter and all of those different kinds of disciplines. CAL FIRE is really starting to train their folks, and so they can provide service to some of those cities that are looking to save money in their budgets. And that's just a reality nowadays. So that's another option that you have. Then the fourth option is the military. All right, so think about but you have to enlist. Now, to enlist in the military to be a Navy firefighter or an Air Force firefighter. Now then, on the private side as well, the federal government hires tons of private civilian employees as firefighters to work on their bases and to work in those facilities that don't require enlisted folks to perform that job as a firefighter. So there are both kinds of firefighters in the military. There's civilian and there's enlisted. And when you're enlisted, if you're in the Navy, you may be on a ship and you may be fighting hull fires. You could be on an aircraft carrier dealing with jet fuel and jets that may crash on the deck of an aircraft carrier. Pretty crazy and pretty exciting stuff. So just keep your mind open to some of those opportunities. You may want to go into the military for 2 or 4 or 6 years before you come out and seek a municipal firefighter job. So just keep all of those different things in mind. And, I specialize in helping entry-level firefighters prepare for municipal fire departments. That's what I do. That's what I specialize in. I've interviewed hundreds of firefighter candidates for municipal fire departments. And although that's kind of what I specialize in, and I know you're watching this video to get help and try to figure out what it is that you'd like to do, you can apply all the same interview techniques and preparation techniques to any of the other 3 types of firefighting careers. So I really hope this video served you. And I just want to say that our thoughts and our prayers are with the French people this week after this horrific terrorist incident in Paris. And I just want you to think, as entry-level firefighters coming in, that, God forbid anything happens again on our soil, like a significant or major terrorist attack, because you're going to be trained in how to deal with all this, with all the chemical, biological, and nuclear, weapons that may be out there that terrorists might be using. Trained in bombs, you're going to be trained in mass casualty and how to actually deal with all that stuff all at once. So keep that in the back of your mind and always think about safety first. Once you get hired on the job and you're working and you're doing your daily lives, because we all get real complacent, and this is unfortunately a wake-up call for us to always be diligent. And if you see something, report it and say something to the authorities. Even it might not be anything, but if something doesn't look right to you, report it, and hopefully that would help prevent something from happening. So again, I hope this video served you. If you like this video, leave a comment, leave a question. If you're watching this video anywhere besides tomorrowsfirefighter.com, go on over there and sign up. It's free, and you get free video blogs every week, and you get access to one of my favorite videos. It's the 5 secrets of the most successful firefighter candidate, and I'm going to give that to you absolutely free when you sign up over there. So again, I hope the video served you, and we'll see you in the next video, and have a good week, and go out and make a difference in somebody's life this week, and we'll see you next time.